You're asked to do one of three industries: soft drinks, fast food, or auto manufacturing. And you want to compare two companies in each of those industries, and those two companies are given for you. That is Coke and Pepsi, McDonald's and Domino's, Tesla and GM. Just choose one of those pairings and go with it. For this demonstration, I'm going to compare Hertz and Avis, two car rental companies, and we're going to go with 12/31/21 and 12/31/20, which are the year ends given over here. If you take a look at this tab, Hertz 21, 12/31/21, and 12/31/20, and Avis is car, 12/31/21 and 12/31/20. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to copy these two down here. And here for current ratio, you can just put how it's done. Current assets divided by current liabilities, and it'll wrap right there, and that's fine. And let's see, we want to do Hertz. You can copy this down here. We want to paste values only. Hertz and Avis right there. And for Hertz, for example, for the most recent year, we're going to go to equal, put equals there, Hertz, and go to total current assets. Looks like they don't have them separated very well. So we're going to say this, we'll put this plus receivables plus prepaid expenses. Put those in there together. And I'm going to put this with parentheses around it here. And I'm going to say divided by, and current liabilities is going to be the sum of accounts payable plus accrued liabilities plus accrued taxes. And I'm going to exclude debt there for that one. Make sure you've done it right. Oh, I didn't put a close paren there, did I? And there's a ratio of 2.78. And I'm going to do the same thing with the next most recent year. And I'm going to go back to Hertz 2020, what they reported that year. And I'm going to go here to the assignment. And I'm going to go equals. I think we might be able to just copy this. Let's see if we do that. That didn't work. Okay, equals at the end of open paren, Hertz of 21. We can do it with the comparative financial statements here. This plus this, because I did them separate, and that's the total there, plus receivables plus prepaid expenses. And then I'm going to put a close paren and then divide, and then I'm going to go down to the liabilities, open paren plus and accrued taxes. The current ratio is not very useful here for these guys because they don't do a classified balance sheet. And for Avis, let's see what they're doing. I'm going to go equals. Avis is car 21, and they do current assets. And we have current assets divided by current liabilities here. And And then, so if I do it just directly like that, then I think it works. And their current ratio fell while Hertz increased. But I don't think that they are necessarily apples and apples, so I wouldn't put a whole lot of, in, I wouldn't put much comparison across Hertz and Avis. For example, if you look at Hertz in 2021, they've got in their liability section debt, but they don't break out the current and long-term portions of the debt, and that's quite unfortunate. Okay, so now I want to take you to, and you're going to fill in the rest of these with ratios from each of these categories. So there's these categories are given in this article. If you click on this link, and you can fill that out and choose which ratios you're going to calculate. Then for I'm going to take you through 1 year for doing Hertz. And so for the most recent year of net income, I'm going to go equals Hertz 21, and that's going to come from net income right here. And sales is equal to Hertz sales is going to be our revenue 21. And if we take this and copy this to here, and let's just check to be sure, make sure, but that's 1723 from, that's the net income from, which was a loss in 20, and it comes up that that's the correct number. So you just, when you do those relative, you want to make sure. Now let's go look at total assets for Hertz in 2021. Total assets were 19 billion. And for total stockholders' equity, we need, for Hertz, we've got total stockholders' equity down here. That's this number right here. And for balance sheets, we need the most recent year. And so that's going to be 2020 for total assets. I can get that off of the comparative balance sheet here, but I can't do it. It's not in the exact next column, so I can't use I can't do a copy and paste. And then for total stockholders' equity for Hertz 21, stockholders' equity for Hertz 2021, we are at 16 right there. Okay. Return on sales is net income divided by sales. And asset turnover is going to be equal to sales divided by the average of this year's assets plus last year's assets divided by 2 and close parentheses again. And then for assets to equity, and that's going to be equal to average assets. And again, we're going to have 2 parens here plus divided by 2 divided by average equity. And average equity is going to be this plus, oh, I did something wrong there. I can't do that. Average equity is wrong. To go look at that average equity for, this is 16,908. Oh, right there. I got the wrong number, didn't I? 93. Average equity, so here we're going to have equal to, and that's total assets plus the prior year assets divided by 2, close paren, divided by double paren, plus divided by 2, 11.95. And that's probably kind of whacked because of the small denominator right here, the 93, but it would be much worse if you just used the beginning. So then you do the same thing. Now for the next most recent year, you're going to have to go back to the prior year, so 21, 20, 19 total assets. And so I would go back here to Hertz total for 19 total assets is going to be this number right here. And for total stockholders equity in the next most recent year is going to be equal to Hertz of 20 stockholders equity here. And then you can do the same. And in fact, I think you might be able to just copy these formulas right here like this, and you can see what happened to these ratios. And down here you want to write an explanation, and I would say, well, the next 2020 was the pandemic year. Oh, why is that not spread out? Margin center, what left? And you could put that at the top, it would be better. And this is clear from the DuPont analysis above. Well, Avis still needs to be done. Hertz lost approximately 33 cents on each dollar of sales in 2020. And this recovered to about a 5% profit margin in 2021. Similarly, asset turnover increased in 2021 relative to 2020 as sales picked up. Leverage was extremely high in 2020 and decreased in, that's the assets to equity is leverage, how many assets for each dollar of equity. 2020 it was 21 nearly 21 $21 of assets for each $1 of equity. And this decreased in 2021 to almost about 12. And that explains kind of what I expect. So then you just go and do these other ratios. It shouldn't take you too long, but you want to work through these. All of the numbers are given to you. So there you go. And I'm going to save this and submit it. Stop record.